schedule is probably why.
Alliance got third, like I said, like I watched. Didn't you cast the games, Kyle?
I told you I was testing you.
No, I don't know.
Get tested.
Dude, NoPango, so they won, what were they? They were 7-0 with PA during their qualify run, and they were 1-0 with Techies. Like, it did feel like they had an OG-esque TI run where, like, they had their one strategy. It worked out really well.
They literally first pick PA
this.
every game, and now you're like, you're riding them right now.
No, I'm riding. I said Ghost. I didn't even say that win. I said Ghostic is the man, and I still agree with that.
Why?
Because he plays the lane. He doesn't lose lanes. He's like, did you watch any of NA, like, recently? Like, Death on his Sand King on Colt. Like, he doesn't lose his lane, right?
Would you say
they don't win games?
Like
but
the EU universe or the CIS universe?
No, because I think he doesn't really make as many big plays. He wins his lane, and he's very consistent. Like, he can make big plays, but I think he is very comparable to Cole's offlaner now.
I would agree that
better.
He's similar to Uni in that he's never the win condition. Like, he's just sort of like the solid guy.
Does his job.
They play around Naive mostly, who's like the big star. I think he's one of the main reasons like this team was and is so good because he was playing the broken PA, right? And he would always play it properly.
Yeah.
And the mid Sailor has been a bit questionable, but it's tough to judge a mid that has like star 1 and 3 players. You know what I mean? Because you're just not put on the same style of heroes to really show off. He's playing like the Necros, the DKs, the Razors. How do you really look special?
You look. I think the other option for mid laners to look special is just by crushing their opponent.
Yeah.
Like when we look at the CS and like, oh my God, he's murdering him. Then you kind of put your focus onto that mid laner.
I bet David ended watching a replay on player perspective because I.
Is that what happened?
Bug. I think you actually have to restart.
All right.
No, is it gone? No, it's still there. I think you do.
Oh, I've had this
classic
before too.
Classic visual Volvo bugs.
It's whenever you go to player perspective and like the game just ends randomly, it gives you their player perspective cursor and yours. Dude, it's really annoying.
What's crazy is that's how all these players play. It's like gives me a headache just watching.
Yeah.
This is an edge pan.
This is why you don't
right?
play 4.
Yeah, this is him. This is a player perspective right now. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
All right, they're going to cut to us. I know the game is underway, but we have to do a quick restart if we want proper camera work. Otherwise, we're going to be watching Taiga apparently play Earth Spirit the whole game.
Yeah,
I mean, there's worse heroes to be locked on, I suppose, at least for the first 10 minutes. But
yeah. Well, I mean, Earth Spirit. Yeah, you're right. I mean, because Earth Spirit really has to get a lot done in the
at least he's
game.
moving around.
That's the thing. Is like the nice thing is that they do consider pulling away from the support position. You're not stuck with kind of that quota. You could just win your laning phase, get powered up nice and early, and then do some sort of early power rotation with your rolling boulder.
I think it's actually more key that you bring a core on rotations as well. All the really good teams, like you want to rotate your mid or your safe laner most of the time, I think, to one of these other lanes deeper in enemy territory so you can give us support levels, especially because all these supports are just, they need levels desperately. And it's so hard to get them now because jungle just still isn't very, you just don't get much out of it.
Yeah.
Like you want to stick in a lane, especially as a 5 player for some small amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, you just want to pretty much secure your other core. Yeah, I don't know. These core rotations, it is weird, like, how teams seem. Like, the top teams, they're fine rotating, like, even a level 5 middle hero. Just go top, you get 6 off that, you push a tower. Meanwhile, other teams, like, Earth Spirit, look, we're going to go middle. You fail one gank, it's like, oh.
That's what I was upset watching the NA games, man. They never leave their lanes. Like, it's like 12 minutes in, and it's like, guys, we're still laning. Everyone's farming.
Yeah. Blinding light level 1.
Early blinding light.
It does damage.
It does, it does damage, but it can be very awkward to use in the laning phase. Like, yeah, you can harass the opposing core, and then they have to miss their last hits, and that's all cute. But you're more likely to just bump the whole lane around, hit the, and then just piss off your core trying to do last hits and stuff like that.
I guess it's weird, right? Because it's a 5 keeper. Usually we see 4. Like, he doesn't want to blast the lane ever.
Oh!
Okay,
all
nice
right.
deny.
And that's the techies.
Great.
Dude, versus Syllabear, it's going to be so useless.
I'll tell you, techies is so it is so garbage against Syllabear. I don't know. Maybe it's nice.
The damage reduction is just nuts from Syllabear.
That hero is so good, and it really is just a question of can people play it or not. I think it's one of those, like, new patches. I remember talking with Puppy about this, right, because I'm a big fan of the new secret, right? But he's even hesitant to say, like, you never know what happens in a new patch. Because right now, like, if you look at, there's certain carries, all the Morph PL Terrorblade players, they were feasting for the last year, right?
Yep.
But now it's a completely different story. Lone Druid, Micro is now the name of the game, I think, for these top-tier core positions.
Yep. And, well, That's going to be the thing. We probably are, I don't know, techies. You never know where kills are going to happen. But then top, I still can't believe he went
Woo!
blinding light first.
And he's also playing awfully aggressive. We saw him there behind the Tier 1 tower. I mean, yeah, Cuddle's a lot of move speed, but you got to be careful with your positioning a bit.
Did he go axes on Beastmaster?
Yeah, he did. I think.
I have not seen that. I do not like it
Yeah,
at all.
everyone goes
personally.
0-4-4 now, I think.
Yeah.
What is this game? Blinding Light and Axes in this top lane?
It makes sense. Maybe the blinding light was for the board specifically, right? Because you
Uh-oh.
do the damage and then
It's
kick
true.
it forward so you can kill it.
And then he just countered by not getting a boar.
Just you never saw that
Oh,
Dude,
coming.
those boars are
The
nuts.
cooldown, though, is so long on Blinding Light. Like, you're just going to use it once, and then once you use it, they're like, all right, let's kill him. You
Yeah.
can't do anything else.
Yep, I love the laning from Alliance. I think they're going to come out ahead in all 3 lanes. And I look at the lineup for NoPango. How do they actually pressure towers when they're relying on a TB that's going to get bolted and then immediately have to run away?
Yeah, just that start, like, he pops his Metamorph, they just immediately harass him, so all that timing's wasted.
Dude, it's a sick Rubik game, too, because if he steals the Q from Razor, which is very hard, you can't really cancel it as a Razor. Like, you're going to give your Q away because your E is no longer well, actually, it wasn't activatable in the first place. Never mind. But the Sand King stun is going to last like 3.5 seconds. And the Razor Q slow will also be like a full second and a half. It's just crazy.
If they actually can get to a team fight, and, I don't know,
Yeah.
this looks like Alliance should honestly just like own these lanes. Unless the Sand King's like a Crimson Guard, like 11 minutes, like
Nah.
that's their only way for Scylla.
Who makes any plays on Pango? Like, how does a core go around and influence the game? I don't think it's
They just have to
possible.
like 5-man and hope this guy doesn't die. But
Wait till level 6s come online for
Uh-oh.
easier setup, but yeah, Coddle, you're done for. Sorry.
dude,
This
that's
game,
slow. Even the slow from Mercy, right? Now that it only
Oh.
slowed instead of stun, but it lasts forever.
It's super slow
It
as
is,
well. You
yeah.
might as well almost consider it a stun.
You might as
It's
well.
ridiculously slow.
I don't know. This year, I'm glad to see Mick because he's a playmaking for. Like we were missing out on those. Like we just were. We
I also feel like
Bane liches, man.
yeah, the spirits are like Ice Frog's baby children. He has to make sure they're always relevant in some way.
Yeah, except Storm.
Yeah.
That hero. Nah, you're good. You're good.
You had
This
your
up.
time.
You
Time
had
to
your
step up.
mobility. Yeah, I'm glad that hero. I think he's dumb. Just like what he does. Like he's just not even almost a Dota hero like Broodmother. Like I can fly around anywhere invulnerable. Okay, that's what.
it's I think a lot of the heroes that are super good right now have
Uh-oh.
OP items to utilize, and there's really nothing Storm. Like Storm doesn't like anything right
Doesn't
now.
Sage? He's
Uh-oh.
gonna suicide deny or run away. Yeah. That's the
That's
one
pretty
thing. Unless
scary,
you can
though.
commit to kill a Tex, it's so annoying to waste mana on him. Because you know he's just gonna deny, and you're like, I just used all my laning
Yeah.
mana for nothing. That is annoying.
What a great hero.
Yeah. Have you played him, Kyle?
No, I have never and will never.
I
play
think I
Techies.
played him like once, and I was like, how did people find this? I can understand how they find it fun. Me personally, I'm not a like.
No,
Yeah, I just
When
can't.
the trick to having fun with techies is just constantly trying to empathize with your opponent. Just think, how miserable are they right now? That is really the only fuel that you get from playing techies.
I can see that.
I think Techies pickers are just
The scum?
you know the expression like a shit kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, can you
Kind of.
describe that for me? Like, how would you define that?
Techies player.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I just don't like you.
Would Techies players be like the H-box of Dota?
Yeah, probably.
Except if the
Like,
Techies was like
yeah.
amazing. You know what I mean? Like Techies is like winning tournaments also.
Yeah. So literally just the CIS qualifiers when he was winning.
Yeah, I just nah.
I think you do get to a point. If this game, the question is, it probably won't. If this game gets to like 30 to 40 minutes, I think no Pangolier actually can just 5-man behind like a Crimson Guard, Sand
Nah,
King, and
nah,
a TB. You don't
nah,
think?
No.
Ever?
You've not seen this lone druid like go late game. Razor's gonna be completely worthless, and Zeus is so good right now. He's gonna hit an Ag's timing, and everyone's gonna die. And there's no stuns on NoPango.
It's gonna hit late game. I mean,
Do you
it's
still do-
Techies Coddle? There's like the most prolific stall game heroes ever.
This game, I'll take. What do you want the over under to be?
When do you think it's going to end?
Yeah,
Well, when do you think,
Oh.
Kyle?
I'll take the
30.
under at 28 minutes.
What? I think you're being. I think this game will go.
I think Kyle's right. Actually, I think the mid game is going to erupt and be disastrous.
Kyle's maybe right, but he may be wrong as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Alliance has a better draft, but I think it'll go past 28 minutes.
I agree with Grant. I'll take that. I'll take that side.
All right.
I think
Ladder.
techies is going to have some nice minds down where people like, guys, if they just win this one fight, then he's going to blow them up. They're not going to kill the druid. Then they're just going to push high ground to
The
win.
thing, this is gonna be a range. Can we click the druid? He's going range for him, right?
I'd assume.
I was curious how you build Lone Druid now. Do you still go like Eco with a Midas, like Radiant style, or do you go something that lets you
No,
do
you
more?
go a
You go
bunch
like
of Wraith Bands. You get a
Dragonlance
Dragonlance.
and a
Yeah,
Maelstrom usually.
Really? Okay, so it's not about Eco at all.
Oops, see you later.
what's happening?
We're going to Dota TP. I think we're mainly going to be watching from there anyways.
How come?
See you later.
For no delay between us and the viewage at home.
What do you mean? Is there no delay?
And
On
we
the
can also
stream?
interact with chat technically if we wanted to,
Yeah,
I
'cause
guess,
it's
at
an
that
online
point.
tournament. You
Yeah.
have to have it on delay.
Yeah, you don't have to have it.
Oh, true. Yeah, it's your tournament.
All right, we're back in.
Wait, you can watch yourself spectate? How does that work?
It only
Don't
works
do
for 2
that.
minutes.
Close that top right box. So make sure it's on free camera first. There you go.
All right, yeah. Can we click the Lone Druid? He might. No, he's not going Barrel. He's just gonna buy a bunch of Wraith Bands. I've seen Midas into Radiance a couple times, but it never looked as good as this range form Druid.
And I think
Okay.
versus techies, right? You just want your bear's probably gonna die
Yeah.
a lot more than you'd like, so you might as well just
Yeah.
be alive.
Hey-oh!
Against TB too, because you can actually like outrange the meta. Also, man, wow, what a
Like,
great
again,
play there.
Like, is there something I'm missing here? It's just a
Got him.
suicide to do some damage to the bear. I mean,
Yeah. it doesn't-
great.
I mean, he's clearly morally broken
Yeah.
right now.
I mean, is that just like a free trip back to the well? Is
yeah,
that
that too?
There's no the issue with the Pango lineup is there's no real forms of sustained damage, and they don't have enough lockdown to ensure that their TB can like freely auto attack and Razor can get a full link. Whereas on Alliance, you've got all these cheap rechargeable spells, right? Like Zeus Bolt, Rubik, Earth Spirit. They're gonna initiate. Someone's gonna get roared. That guy's dead. They're gonna chase for the next guy. And how do you stop that if you know Pango? Just like stand there as Sand King.
Epicenter and Ignis Fatus is like the wombo combo that they're hoping for.
I don't know, man. I think Beastmaster is gonna go like Necro Pipe, and that's gonna be the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, it would be in Alliance's best interest to avoid that kind of potential and just move for the objectives and move forward from there. But
it's like he wants
Yeah.
a
We'll see.
Vlad's actually?
Yep, I should have. It'll be Vlad's first. Like this is one of the items that's just super value on this patch. It's like 400 gold cheaper. Then there's no longer Aquila, so it represents 4 armor you can't get anywhere else unless you want to go with casual Bassi. And it's like a damage aura, a lifesteal aura. It's just so nice to have.
yeah, but what is it?
See you.
As we see Ghostic get murder-fied in the bottom lane.
Oh!
Jumping from Techies, though, potentially good enough to get the turnaround. There's going to be the
they
takedown
get
of the
that
Earth
bear.
Spirit, and they're starting to walk quick. Vivek, he gets whipped on down, and now we're seeing some life come out from NoPango.
Oh. It's a good kill. They defend their tower and they kill the bear. I mean, it's just 600 gold for the Razor, which is nice. And I don't know. It opens up space, right?
600 gold.
Well, he got 300 per kill because it was a killing spree from the Earth Spirit.
True.
Dominating,
That's like
I
the
think.
worst hero to have gold on, though.
Yeah, it is. Your Razor?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Metamorphed, but it's Coddle on the chase. He tried to blinding line him back, but it's not going to matter. The Boar is
Yeah,
able to
that
snipe
hero.
him down.
This
Gets
TV's
bumped
in
back.
trouble.
And
Yeah, he does have Sunder if he wants it.
Hey!
I don't think we'll have time to cast it. No, he definitely won't.
Damn.
Even
Nice
skills
play.
it.
Yeah, and that, by the way, that's Earth Spirit. No other support can close that gap like that and ensure the Sunder's not going off. That's why I love it. Reach.
Especially with his new stun, right? Because if it was the old
Yeah.
one, he actually would have. I mean, he probably would have still died, but he would have got it off.
I mean, it's a hero with a stun, a super slow, and a silence. Like,
Yep.
that's always going to be good.
I'm pretty sure NoPango's playing this just to delay the game, right? Like this blinding light. Like I'm surprised they haven't taken this top tower. And
Yeah.
It's literally because of blinding light.
Yeah, that's the benefit. I
It's
mean, you'll
actually
have it for
crazy.
every push to kind of bump them back, and then half the wave is getting killed as they can't even hit the tower. I mean, it's cute. And then the blast will slow them down a bit. I mean, the stall tactics are there for NoPango. It's just
Yeah.
they're going to try to swell it up into a Terrorblade, and he's like the one lone soldier to do it all.
I just don't. I feel like drafting nowadays, you've got to consider like what sort of itemization will be possible. And whenever you have a draft like that doesn't have the ability to itemize for these team fight sustain choices, like I just don't like your draft as much. Vlad's is so good right now. Pipe is really good. Greaves are very good, and there's no one that's going to really be able to buy those on the side of NoPango. I've seen games where Earth Spirits run around with like Greaves Veil or something like that, and it's just no one dies.
They're doing a good job keeping all their towers alive. I don't know. I think who has to like force stuff? Well, this Rubik's just gonna die here.
That's a little freebie, potentially.
Yeah, nice playing lane.
Bumps him back. Boxy steps in. He's got Primal Roar up again. With the blast finish, though,
You gotta be
Slayer's
careful.
going to get that snipe.
His
Now they're turning it
slow.
around.
Uh-oh, Alliance.
Oh, he's gonna kill the board instead.
In the meantime, though, Ghost Six are going to get finished off by Quakeva as they run him down in the bottom lane, and then Ghost Six says, All right. Respect that one. Flicks a tip back his way.
I think he TP'd. We saw him in lane. He TP'd his bareback to base to buy a sentry ward to bring back.
Ooh.
That's pretty smart.
Nice heads-up move from Quakefa. They're trying to defend these towers, though, as best they can with these stalling heroes.
I'm glad Sand King got nerfed too. His what did 20 damage off all levels of Sandstorm? I think it's still really good. You get a Radiance at like level
Yeah.
5.
It was bananas before
It's
though.
still good, but it was 100 damage at level 7. That's crazy.
Pull back.
See
And
ya.
Techies is going to be forced to self-destruct.
Wow.
That is really annoying to deal with, but
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not you don't care that
How
much.
is
You're just
it though?
annoyed. I mean,
he
it
died.
Yeah, I
he
don't.
died, but
Well, like,
you don't gain anything from it except like. I mean, they were gonna take that tower anyways, right? You just don't get any
You're
gold.
not. You don't need to keep him alive like for interrogation. If he kills himself in front of you, like it's
means
not like the
he's-
movies.
I mean, the nice thing is that if you know he's there and he dies in front of you, it's like, well, he's not somewhere else planting mines,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
causing destruction and being a worry.
I mean, it's not like when a Pudge suicides and you're like, all right, guys, there's no Pudge. We're good to push the tower. It's like, okay, it's still 4v5, guys. It was already 4v5.
This is. I don't know. I got no words for this one. Like Terrorblade's gonna. You're hard countered in this game by a Zeus, and he's not buying a hood. He has 800 something HP. When an Ags comes out, he's gonna get soloed.
You think casual hood on position 1s like this is warranted, Kyle?
I think you need it in certain games. This one's hard though because there's such a nice setup of mixed damage, which is another thing that I feel Pango's missing and is really important in this patch is sustained physical and magical damage in fights.
Here we go. Trying to run down Insania here.
There's a Sand King like
He's got some
behind
friends.
him.
He's got lots of
someone else
damage.
is dying too. I don't know what's going
2
on
whips should do it. He can't get close enough for the last whip. Oh, man.
Dude, they
Oh
need to
my
be a
God.
little careful.
Juke him. Oh, my God. He's hiding in the corner. They're going to find him. Eventually, they will get around him. But,
Yeah, but look at the
little
other
sidestep.
lanes. There's a lone druid middle, top lane. You got a catapult,
Yep.
2 boars.
That was actually space created.
Yeah.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Good shaky leg from the Rubik to stall things out. And, yeah, like you said, there's battering rams coming down from all the other lanes.
Quakefoot with the insurance policy there, a little
Nice.
gold maker.
Not using him though.
Oh. Lots
Heyo.
of damage onto Zeus.
Dude, he didn't use the Midas before
Oh
his
my
bear
God,
died.
Koifa.
Will-O-Wisp.
I love them. I'm just glad they brought it back.
It's definitely
The
different than it used to
Will-O-Wisp.
be.
It
It was
definitely-
a split-pushing creep summoner.
Yeah, it
in
could
Dota
attack
1.
itself and make priests. Yeah, now it's just like, I'm just gonna make everyone look at me.
Was that its name in Dota 1?
Yeah,
Will-O-Wisp.
Willow-Wisp?
No, it was Ignis
What?
Fatus.
Are you
It was
sure?
just called
Yeah.
Ignis?
I don't know if it was.
Will-O-Wisp.
It might have had the alternate name like Fuzzy Wuzzy. But
Are
it was
you
definitely
sure to call
called.
it? Would you want to
look
take
up
this bet?
There's definitely was at least called Ignis Fatus. I don't know if it was also
Oh,
called
it's-
Will-O-Wisp.
I
But
think the
Do you
ability
know-
was called Ignis Fatus.
Quiz.
It summoned the Will-O-Wisp.
Ignis
Oh.
Fatus is Latin for what?
I don't know. I actually already looked this up.
Ignis is fire
It's
or
like the
something,
lights
right?
here.
Foolish
burning or
fire.
something.
Foolish fire.
Foolish fire,
Okay.
yeah.
So what does that mean?
Means foolish fire.
Yeah,
It means
like-
only fools
it's a
play with
trickster.
fire, Grant.
But they're forced to play with fire
Oh, yeah.
because it
Can we?
draws them
This,
in.
this game
That's
like
unfair to
actually
them.
looks close, but can we go net worth and you're gonna see Alliance? Yeah, this is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Razor
Oh,
is
Techie's
never
out.
gonna get more net worth. as
Well,
far
they
as
want
pushing.
if they take this fight. Oh, he's gonna TB out. They might get Insania, but
Yeah, with what? They have 1 stun.
it's true.
Yeah, it's gone.
And now they have this. Oh, they got
Oh,
Sandstorm.
Even better.
Well-
It's the dream.
So I was playing Pokemon on the flight here, the Let's Go Eevee game, right? And my
Okay.
Clefairy just learned the spell Will-O-Wisp, which exists in the Pokemon universe, which made me
Really?
wonder what the hell does I haven't used it yet. I just learned it when we landed. I don't know, but I was wondering like what it actually means.
it means that Coddle and Clefairy are from the same
They're
realm,
from the same
What?
universe.
the same light dimension.
Dude, this crossover's sick.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, it does a guaranteed burn in Pokemon, apparently.
So they should add Radiance effect to the Will-O-Wisp in this game.
I thought that they would consider adding a little bit of
Well,
damage to it
yeah.
in some way,
That would be.
I think it's
or a
already-
heal, or like it does like enemies are pulled in, allies are getting healed.
Would it be broken if it had like damage over time within the
Probably.
area?
I mean, it's already pretty broken, especially once you get
I
Refresher.
mean, it's not as dominant as a black hole,
True.
but you don't have to channel it. You just put it down. So they're trying to find the balance.
And how much does it matter that you can target it?
Is he gonna get roared as he's in front of him?
All right, full epi committed.
is gonna be tough.
Wait, did he miss
Boxy
the-
running out.
He missed the Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah, he did. He dropped the ball
Whoa.
behind. That's got to be awkward.
It's tough, all right? You ever try and throw a good party? Sometimes, it just doesn't work. Also, you're going to have a Radiance coming out in like
Radiant
a minute.
Full
If
bear
not
build.
more.
Hey,
Rolling
Uh-oh.
from Taiga to get him from behind. And
Yeah,
they're just
dude.
going to slowly
Tank
wither
Roar.
him down. This Razor is done for.
See you, Raisin.
that hero is so bad.
Like, he lasts forever, but what'd he do? Nothing.
Look at his network. Like,
Razor.
a Razor to be successful has to be like
Ahead.
snowballing, crushing his lane, and dominating. They last picked this hero into a Zeus. You don't even beat this hero in the laning phase.
He did.
Yeah,
He was
well,
level 10
of
when
course
he
you
was 8.
beat him, but like Zeus
Barely.
loses like that to everyone.
Kyle, I feel you talking ultimatums. Is that the correct saying? Did I say that?
Ultimatums?
Ultimate, yeah.
Whatever,
This
so-
draft is
Extremes.
ultimately garbage, and Alliance is going to ultimately win the game.
Yeah, ultimately. Yeah, he's gonna have a Radiance about 16 minutes.
I mean, 28 minutes feels almost generous at this point if it keeps on.
I just with this
They can
is
defend
I've
forever, though.
seen this game before. No Pangolier is like, all right guys, we're just gonna farm. Alliance is like, yeah, we're gonna do that too, but we're also gonna farm your buildings.
Oh, they got Terrorblade from behind. The rolling stun
Hey.
sets it up.
Yeah,
Got Arcane Supremacy.
Dude, he died so fast.
yeah. It's one of those games where you feel like he had to buy a casual hood, right?
Yeah.
But if you do that, you just fall off.
And you have no damage.
Your other opposing core is buying a Midas Radiance, so it's kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. Or in this case, losing.
And that's
or
like,
losing.
if he had a BKB there, he probably still would have died.
Yep.
Like, they just took him full to
They
zero.
get boxes.
Got Boxy,
They
though.
got Zeus, too. in
And he got
earlier
that
fight.
30 XP gain talent just before that. Techies is
Dude.
back in this one.
Value.
He's level 13. Jesus.
That's actually pretty good for how this game is going.
Yeah, what-
I would have expected
He
him to be
set
more
that
on
up
their level.
for like 3 or 4 minutes.
It paid off, right?
Oh my god.
That's all that matters.
I'm just saying, I thought he would be more like level 9, level 10, like these other
Look.
guys at
We
this
ha-
stage.
We have a responsibility.
Coddle
Christ.
Techies with the shocker
Oh.
magic. Though. Okay, well, it was set up, and
Faddis
then
is
he,
here.
he walks away.
Okay.
See you
All right.
later.
We are the role models for the Dota 2 community, and it's not okay to pick techies. And we can't make it seem okay.
That's fair.
All right?
But if Icefrog won him in the game, I mean,
If Steph Curry
What
can
are we
say
gonna
we
do?
didn't land on the moon, then
What the
he can
hell
have a
is
game like this, all right?
Nah, he can't say that either. He got the PTI guys called him out for that.
Oh, I
because
bet
you know
he
what?
did.
We did land on the moon. The Earth is round.
Buzz Aldrin should punch him, to be
yeah,
honest. But here we go.
agreed.
Rolling in, they get the finish. Takedown there. Coddle drops. They are going to be able to
Techies.
get the blow up. Follow up epicenter. Is this the time for NoPango? They even the board at the end of this team fight.
It was
Metamorph.
4 versus 5.
This is huge for
Lundgren's
NoPango.
farming mid with a Radiance.
shouldn't he have been there with his Radiance? I feel you just win the game.
Nah, this
Probably.
is Koifa, dog. This is how he plays. For like 7 years, okay?
Yeah, except
Yeah.
Koifa got huge all of a sudden, so explain that one.
What do you mean? Like huge?
Like in person. He
Like
went
he's-
from a skinny kid to a
he's yoked.
giant
He went,
warlord.
he went to the gym, dude. What do you want?
If you
I,
can't,
think, I feel like genetics definitely also helped that. He like had a growth spurt plus gains.
He
Dude.
did
Radiant's middle
grow,
tower
yeah.
that is what's crazy about Europe. Like you walk around.
They got buff dudes?
People, nah, but people are
They got
just
hotties?
tall, man. Like the average height's like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah,
it's
they're-
like
I'm-
128
they're
straight up-
centimeters.
Yeah, the Vikings over there.
Yeah, some bullshit.
Dude, I'd want to live in a Nordic country. If I ever go to
Nah,
Europe,
you
I'd live
don't. Nah,
Nordic.
you
It's
don't,
just
dude.
Why
cold,
not?
dude.
I love cold.
It's so cold.
I love cold.
You
I live
live
in
in-
Colorado.
You live in fat country right now.
Yeah.
in America.
I'm Cape Kona, but I want to go. I want to live in like what is Nordic? What's considered like Norway?
Vikings, right?
Norway.
Yeah,
is
Norway,
Norway, Finland,
Denmark,
Sweden.
Sweden,
yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
And technically Iceland too.
Oh, okay.
Is that considered Nordic? That's
I
they're
mean, they
like
were
their
Viking.
own. Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
okay.
techies.
See ya.
In the wrong neighborhood.
I guess Greenland maybe by that
Ooh,
metric.
close. I would live in Norway. I think Norway seems nice.
Yeah, you
You
into
know anything about
60%
Norway.
taxes there, Grant? You like that?
Yeah, it's whatever.
It's whatever. 60%. Here you go, government.
You're just throwing a dart at a map right now with the Scandinavian countries.
Yeah.
Just wherever it lands.
bottom tower
You guys don't have like dreams. It feels like. Am I the only one on this couch with dreams of a better Grant?
I had dreams and I traveled the world and they all died.
I just you're talking out of your ass. We all know you're never leaving America.
Probably never leave Colorado. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Isn't there like a Chipotle down the street?
Yeah,
Like, come
and
on.
a Qdoba.
That doesn't
Oh,
exist.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn, that is value actually.
Grant, why go across the ocean when you could just go north of Canada? They're cold.
That's true.
Nah, Canada's like
They're social.
They're like the weak Americans. I'm just kidding.
Oh, no.
Don't worry, we're casting for Europe right now. It's fine. They need to know USA. USA. No, I don't know. What's your favorite European country you've been to? Like, honestly.
Netherlands.
I like Russia.
The Netherlands
Yeah,
is
I would-
amazing.
I actually like
Netherlands.
Russia.
Yeah. It is the way everything there is like. I don't know how to put it. Well, let's watch Pango lose.
Roll through a static,
Watch
able to
him
get the
win.
catch-up. Boxy's dropped,
still
though,
alive.
but they'll eventually get the finish on this Techies. Make
See
it
ya.
1 for 1.
Did he get 6 mana regen? Or 3 or blast off at 15?
Game's so over.
They're going to follow up with objectives, though, and that's what matters. NoPango have had trouble getting those objectives. They only managed to get the bottom tier 1, it would appear.
Did he get the blast off damage? The
No, he
Techies
took
talent?
the 6 regen.
Oh, okay. The regen's definitely later game focused.
I mean, that's what they're playing for. I actually like the Midas Radiance this game just because of the play style Pango went for. So you could
Yeah.
go range for him, but you want to just bank on optimum acceleration because you know that they're going to be just spamming creep waves and denying your high
And Earth
ground.
Spirit has a full pipe now.
Yep.
That's good for the push.
Yeah, and
I think
that-
they can push now
yeah.
because of that.
I think Alliance just has a better grasp on like
Wow.
how to win games in this meta. So your core's optimized for DPS, and then your 3, 4, 5, you just go all these support items to keep them alive.
Why is
Notably
TB up
pipe
front?
class.
Here we go. NoPango's chance to get back into this one, boys. They smoke up. They're looking to move in. Terrorblade out front, and they get spotted, but they're moving in. Ghostic finds the opportunity to get the jump.
Can they kill him?
And
He has
can
the-
they get
Doesn't
Koikfa?
have
They
Aegis?
drop the Will-O-Wisp, and they ultimately
Aegis?
do get it.
Does Zeus already
Big Spire?
my
Oh, no,
What?
yeah.
that's
Why
not the
Zeus?
play.
If he has Blink, maybe, but he doesn't even.
Nah, you give it to Lone Druid, especially because your bear stays alive as you die. to
That pretty much
respawn.
just guaranteed it's going past 28 minutes because that dead.
Oh,
Thanks, Kyle.
God.
Hell
Some
yeah.
of us just
We won.
understand how to read Dota a little bit. When
Yeah.
you see Europe, dude,
Yeah.
CIS games are actually the longest by far. You cast them. CIS game like NA was 25-minute average.
What is it
CIS
that makes
was,
it
like,
long?
40.
Is it the hero picks? Is it the play style? What is it?
I think playstyle mostly, but hero. I mean, coddle techies.
That
Right?
will
Like,
make a game long.
I
for
think it's just their
damn sure.
playstyle. If you watch Spirit games, well, they're gonna go in here. Will they get the Sand King immediately? He's
Ooh.
tanky, but he's dead.
Where's the Zeus? Get in there, Mickey.
He's doing work from afar, apparently. He secures that one.
Who will this
Long
hit?
roll, a little too far,
Aw.
though. They get the slow at least.
Dude, do they really want to chase in this
Hell
without
yeah,
a
look
lone
at this.
druid?
Blinding
you don't need Lone
light.
Druid.
Slows him a bit.
Right?
There's no. Is there
Brown's
no meta?
just running
got
to the
nothing.
jungle. Brown's literally already in the jungle farming.
Dude, there's no Will-O-Wisp. What are you going to do? Looks like they're one disable.
Yeah, that actually is what makes a good carry in this patch. Is like when you recognize you can't fight, you just gotta go farm. That's the real true
Ooh.
A-list talent.
Avoids the bear.
Speaking of
Farming.
farming,
No meta. You can maybe hear push if you're Alliance.
Yeah, I think you have to, right? Like you
You don't,
don't
have,
have to, but I think you
Look
want
at the net
to.
worth.
10K.
Look at Sand King.
He looks good.
is Anti-Mage legit at all in Pro right now?
Dude, Roar,
Roar?
yeah, Roar goes out. Yep, easy. Who?
Anti-Mage?
No, everyone thought he was going to be the most broken here in 7.2, and then, I mean, he gets picked,
But it's
but not
not.
much. It's like if PA's banned, Terrorblade's banned, you have a mag for some reason.
I
Hit
see.
in.
Dire's middle
Our
tower
spirit
Why
friend
is Zeus back in?
leads out the
Mickey.
charge.
He has boots of travel.
Oh, I forgot you have
He
both.
does.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy actually. You can use bots and regular TP.
What's the cooldown between, like 10 seconds or
It
something?
increases the cooldown by 10 seconds, but if it's already off cooldown, you can just use them both right away.
Boots of Travel.
Damn.
Dota.
Yeah, he's going to have Ag soon. I actually think Zeus is underpicked for primarily this reason. Veil was buffed. Aether Lens is still like all you really need. Bots was buffed, and your Ags is insane. And you can see it already in this game. The pipe and the Vlads and then mobility. Like, that's what wins games in this patch. And if you have a high mobility hero, something that can take towers, you're gold. And everyone else, just make sure your team stays alive.
Sounds like that's play to win, baby.
It is? I don't know why this guy's mining at the runes.
Or do you want him to mind the
Give me a
base?
little bit of
base.
vision, a little bit of intel to see the approaching enemy.
Well, he doesn't have the
really,
Ags
Can
yet,
you
though.
really mine? Yeah, without
Against
Ags,
the
you can't
Zeus?
really mine base.
You're just
I mean, you can, but
I
even
don't know.
Sanjin Yash instead of BKB on TB.
That's interesting. They're playing for the
Oh, we
late
already
game.
had it. My bad. Okay, I'm dumb. I still don't know why he finished the Sanjin Yash instead of
Nice
getting
little
a
side
man.
step.
structures are fortified.
Thinking about turning it back.
Yeah, that guy's so tanky.
Jump in, silence.
What the?
Okay, but there goes the ult.
Will-O-Wisp?
All right. Locks him in, but
Wow.
don't get only the finish on the Earth
Rat
Spirit
is
with that
coming.
heavy commitment, and the Metamorph also committed with that as well.
But oh wait,
Oh, he killed the range creep that was TPing to.
that
Holy
could be something.
smokes.
Okay, can they get a hold of Quake here? He bumps him back with a Savage Roar. Here
Killed
comes
the bear,
Terrorblade
Ghost
now.
They've got
Okay, they
reinforcements.
got the bear. But
Poor
yeah,
Coddle.
Boxy comes in from the side, murdifies the old man, and
Yep. I like the blink choice as well because I think Beast versus Coddle, if you just get the blink, it's so easy. You just kill him in a roar. Oh my god.
That's why you ward the road spot,
He
Kyle.
knew it was
go,
there.
baby.
He literally walked up, but you can't auto attack them as a Zeus. You don't have enough range to hit the mines without dying. That was not like.
Mickey's like, yep, confirmed, guys. Not enough attack range
That's
on that one.
3K net worth taken off the lead of Alliance. Here comes NoPango.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's definitely, this is going to at least, this is a CIS game, Kyle. You should have known. This is going to an hour.
Damn, Grant.
No, just get me out.
I mean, Alliance lost pretty much. That's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, this TB, I'm pretty sure TB, if he gets 6 slot by 40 minutes, can win this game, even without the control. If you just have a Will-O-Wisp with Refresher, I really think
Man,
they can.
all you have to do is kite his BKB.
But you have no BKB holders on your own team. If you actually get double Will-O-Wisps, you're losing the game.
Is he got
They're
farm?
buying BKB on Beastmaster. They're buying BKB on Lone Druid eventually.
I hope. It is Koikva, are you sure?
Well, yeah, that's true.
Dude, get the bear. That's no summon on bear.
Dude.
Play for what he's doing, baby.
Savage Roar needs to...
Okay, money.
I don't know if they actually have
Money
the damage
for the
here, do they?
Ranger?
Oh, does he have
pretty
blink
quick.
stun?
It's
No.
pretty quick.
Oh!
Oh, got it.
Nice.
Wowzers.
That's just 2 minutes. They can't do anything.
Here comes NoPango.
35 saves.
30
They can't do anything.
Here comes NoPango.
I'll just kill this techies, please, Mickey.
I didn't know he had a taunt. Oh, yeah, blast off or whatever.
From downtown.
They could.
He's got haste. He's going to have a roll again right now.
Oh, maybe they don't want to take this.
Look at that cooldown on roll.
What
Oh,
are they
Zeus.
doing?
The Wisp again.
They have no bear. Alliance, please. Please.
Uh-oh.
He got the kill with blinding light.
Uh-oh. yeah, he did.
He did. He just blasted his face off.
What is it? At level 4, it's like 100, 200 damage, I think?
No,
Not that much.
this is the one downside of
200.
Alliance, I
Not
will say.
bad.
I've watched them play a lot. They always have great strategies. I love their draft. I love how they approach the laning phase. But once it hits like 10, 15 minutes, they kind of start to break down. And they're making moves without like recognizing where their heroes are on the map.
Ooh, caught during the roll?
Is Kyle on his huffy right now? Because this back pedal is
It's not
good.
backpedal. The what? You have no bear. You have Ags and 300 gold. What in the hell are you doing chasing this idiot techies all the way to his base?
Kyle just popped his ollie.
Is under attack.
I swear. Ugh. They're
They're
still going to win, but like they just make it so hard on themselves.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They did this exact same thing in the qualifier. They did this
Yeah,
at
they did.
ESL. They have this massive advantage, and then I watch them like run at tier 3s and
That's
feed.
like your cat, not your chasm. It's like you just don't really have
Whoa.
the teamwork. It feels like the
They
calls.
did miss the
What is-
burrow
you know,
strike.
They don't have
Stole burrow
Will-O-Wisp.
strike to step out the other way. They're
Off the
advancing
BKB.
forward. They get the tower takedown.
well,
Dude, the bear lost all its damage.
Dude, TB's womping right now.
He is.
They haven't
Good
gotten
blast
any
on the
kills.
side.
Oh, sweet
Zeus
Jesus.
has no Ags though.
Oh,
If Zeus had
Koikva
a-
bear again.
I swear to God, Koifa.
Dude, how is that 0 for 0? That's crazy.
Well, they got the tower and the bear, though.
They do. Dude, that's the problem. I mean, we kind of type up, but like Razor countering the bear, and he doesn't do the best job, but like when he's just a Radiant sitting in there, just the bear takes his damage. It's just annoying. Like you don't do anything. I really wish you went the ranged Druid.
Pretty insane this Terrorblade is now 150 net worth behind the Lone Druid. That has a Midas Radiance. Like,
This lineup from Bango is super annoying, like you were saying before. The Coddle is just going to keep blinding light from the outside, the re-engagements from the Sand King, the disruptiveness from the techies, and suddenly this Terrorblade is going to have free will in some of these fights. Alliance are going to get tested now.
What's the max pause time per game in this tournament?
we starting the timer here?
I would
Oh, yeah.
assume it's probably along the guidelines of your
5 to
typical
10.
online event. It's like a 10-minute pause allocation window.
I wonder if there's ever going to be a tournament that'll make a rule if you pick techies, then you have less pause time.
I mean, I would just make
That's
everyone-
hero discrimination, I think. Right
Hero discrimination.
there. Right there. It's for damn sure.
I don't. He is gonna. I can't believe he still doesn't have the Ags. This Zeus. He's gonna have it now. I don't know. If they lose the next fight with the Zeus Ags, I actually think they lose the game.
If Alliance played more of this guerrilla style, like they went bots on Zeus, Blink on Beastmaster, and they needed Ags and BKB
Earlier.
to like
Yeah.
to do what they were trying to do, like force these super aggressive fights. I think it's fine if they kept playing more split around the map, but they've just been way too YOLO. Now their timings are a bit off. As you said, the Terrorblades all of a sudden caught up. And you were always going to have a fight at second Roche, and now it might be a little more challenging than you
Yeah.
would have hoped.
He has a Scotty on TV. He's actually
Yeah.
super tanky.
I'm so concerned because behind Koikva, like, what is there for Alliance to kind of step forward? I mean, on the other side, Pango got terribly clearly, and then Razor's pseudo there as a side carry to be backup. Alliance, it's like Koikva and then what?
Zeus is a lot of late game.
He has to do it all. Yeah, well, not all, but a lot of it. Yeah, because this bear actually is going to be. If this Razor gets off his link on the spear bear every fight, it's actually just like, it's kind of like 4.5 versus 4 at that point.
Yeah.
Like the bear's useless.
I don't like that they skipped force on Rubik there. He went for Aether Lens. I think you just want to force to. Oh, never mind. Just kidding. I take that back. That's how you kite the link.
Got both. Damn, he's really farmed on Rubik.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, especially in Sanya, right? Because he plays not a hard. He plays pretty hard 5 usually.
Yeah, this is a scary fight if you're NoPango, though. You're going into the Zeus Ags. This is a total game changer.
Oh, they can't kill that guy.
Right now, the difference in support farm is a big part of the alliance lead.
Yeah.
That coddle is busted broke right now.
Dude, 5 caught. I mean, at least you don't need the Ags anymore. I guess this almost helps you as Coddle. You're like, I don't have to buy items. It's sweet.
That's the thing is, like, we're seeing Coddles also, they don't prioritize getting full blasts. They just go for more of the blinding light early. Maybe not like earlier, like laning phase early, but why even get the full blast now? That means you have to commit like 5 seconds to sit there in the fight to maybe get one blast off. Otherwise, that means you're not doing blinding light. You're not using any of your items. You're not doing any of that.
I like this from Alliance. I think Koifa should keep his bear in the top lane, though. I don't like that he's not pressuring the map as they make the smoke move in his direction.
They
He's
see
going to be
middles?
late on the wave.
That's so weird. He double blasts middle as Zeus. Like, you'd assume someone's watching there and they know it's smoked. Because he did it from low ground, too.
I don't like this fight either. You're not connecting towards your lone druid. Like, this is not good if you find them on this high ground. You're running up into an active shrine with no bear.
They are going to get the approach, it looks like, from this side.
He BKB it.
They missed the roll. And now they dish out the ulti. They missed right in the middle, going to be avoided.
Tiger's just like dying.
Dude, TV didn't even have to BKB.
Nope.
Like I said, the boys are back. This is first seed in
Boys
CIS.
are dumb.
First seed versus third seed, baby. You see
What are
the
you
caliber. You
I
know.
mean, I didn't factor in the alliance throw factor here. I don't understand how they're tossing this game away.
So, I mean, you got to, Kyle, you said Alliance had this problem before. Why didn't you believe in the problem happening again?
Because Kyle believes that people learn from their
No,
mistakes.
Kyle believes all doors should be perfect, which I agree, right? Like,
Can we just continue
you
arguing
assume-
about what's in Kyle's head in front of him?
Yeah, let's. Kyle thinks a lot, but it's wrong a lot. I'm just kidding.
Kyle told me.
That was awful. They had so much time to think about the mistakes they were making. Hey, guys, look, the entire team. We don't have our hard carry, but they have 2 BKBs. But you know what? I believe.
TB's too farm now, actually. He's going to get a.
Yeah, there's lost the fucking game.
Butterfly.
You gotta respect Pango
maybe
at
this
this
is
point.
Koifa, though. Maybe it's Koifa. Because Koifa does have this issue. He has what we call next item syndrome, where you see a carry, he gets his item, but then he immediately queues up the next item. And you never actually see him enter the game.
Damn.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know next time syndrome. I mean, you play with any one player in NA and you know what it is.
Yeah. Mason?
Yep. Dude, Mason said that PA wasn't broken like a week ago, and I was like, Daddy,
okay.
what is you doing? Now I see why Bulldog gets more viewers than you, but it's whatever.
So you see why Bulba gets more viewers?
Bulldog. Oh, Bulba too, probably. Who knows?
Nice and Bulba, like, really?
Man. And now he has the Ags on techies. You actually can't go uphill anymore.
It's like a real game changer against the Zeus.
Let's go with Mask of Madness next.
Oh, so he's getting the plus 250
Well,
damage.
see, they can still do it. Koifa's been really up to some
251.
hijinks on the side, trying to creep in some.
His item build's
tower
also,
kills.
like, why the hell do you have a Basher right now on there? You just go straight in for AC and you hit the timing to end game, unless your game plan was, I guess, like, I don't even know what the game plan was, actually.
It's
I'm
either
so
way.
triggered right now.
It's AC or Mjolnir. Next item on the Druid in this situation, right?
It's AC 100% in a game like this. You go if Alliance bought it, like the way you play this game after you lose first stages, right? Is you chill, you out farm, you get Ag Zeus, you have the Vlads, you have the pipe, you get AC, you get Aegis, you can go win the game. That's when you're looking for fights. But they have yet to try and connect properly to a 5-on-5 engagement. It's just constant skirmishes or like 3 or 4 people behind enemy lines. Like, I watched Saving Private Ryan, okay? They didn't just, like, you watch Scooby-Doo.
How are we going from Saving Private Ryan to Scooby-Doo in
You don't
less than a
split
second?
up. If you split up, okay, what happens by the end?
You die.
They're all together.
So
They get the monster. It turns out it's a dude in a mask.
Yeah,
right?
but they always win by dividing and conquering. Scooby
No,
and Shaggy go
but
out
they
and chase the
pincer.
monsters.
Sometimes
They
Selma's
pincer.
with
They
them.
set traps, Ziori.
I see. Okay.
Dude, it is always like, I don't know why. Fred, what a sly dog. Yeah, I'll go with Daphne.
Hell
yeah. See ya.
Every time. I'm going to go Daphne in this closet and check it out. All right, dude.
It's like
Whoa,
10
Daphne.
square feet, but all right.
It seems pretty dark over here. We need to go investigate.
Yeah, Velma. God, what a great show. I love Scooby-Doo. I learned so much from it as a kid too.
What did you learn?
That it was a good show.
I love the animation.
I learned that talking to animals doesn't make me weird.
I love them.
You know what the worst thing that happened to Scooby-Doo was, though? Scrappy-Doo.
Everybody
Oh,
hates
my
Scrappy-Doo.
God.
Not that-
Puppy power.
Wait,
Oh,
Scrappy Doo,
Jesus.
is that like the gray one or is that the little?
That's
No,
the
no,
little
the
one.
gray one's awesome. The
I
old one.
hate that
Scooby's
kid.
nephew.
I hate that nephew dog. Get the hell out of here.
Dude,
Foxy.
that was a nice
Boxy on the retreat.
Might
Is
be
this
okay.
it for Alliance? Up against the ropes. They do have to re-engage. The magnetizes out, and they're going to burst fire down Koi, or a Ghost Stick rather.
Naive still has BKB, dude.
Okay, well, Terrorboy now walloping on in. Going to get the Rubik. Can't get the
Yeah.
Sunder, though.
It's a wasted
Wait, he's gonna get on
BKB.
Quake, isn't he?
That's
Or
the bear.
can't get on
It's the
anymore?
bear.
Dude, I hate the name
What is
tags over the
Clifford
bear.
doing?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
annoying.
to the high
don't
ground.
have roar
BKB
anymore.
TP out.
Hey, the basher.
Damn.
Like I said, that what a great item.
Nice forgiving bash.
Isn't he fast enough to get
But
away,
he's still
though?
gone anyways.
He's a pretty fast hero.
Oh, TB's in trouble. He'll die twice here.
Yeah, he will, unless his team's coming.
But he's got a 6 under. Get ready, boys.
Got
Okay,
the
that was
Sunder
not the
up,
6
and
under.
he's going to still go down. Slows there. Finished off.
Can he make it to the one mine?
Oh, Tyga. Tyga!
Oh!
Nice.
Well, that's got to feel good for Zayets.
Is that how you say it?
I think so.
Kyle, you heard anything about this?
Oh,
Okay, that's
double kill.
feels doubly good.
It's a
So he-
Zayak, I believe.
He used to be on Vega, right?
Yeah, he was him, Slayer.
I'm like 90% sure Kips told me it was pronounced Zayets.
All right. I probably won't. I'll just.
But that was a year and a half ago.
he might
I might
change
be
it. He might have
misremembering.
changed the pronunciation.
That's true.
between Now and then.
Like noon and no one?
yeah, I can't believe. I still can't know if he's trolled. Damn, he has the 251 damage with the mask. He has 4,400 gold. Dude, this tech. What do you actually get? I actually don't know. Do you get do you go Hurricane Pike into like MKB or something?
I was
or no?
just going to say Hurricane Pike is not a bad idea.
I got
He-
Daedalus queued up. I think that's fine too.
Yeah, I think crit. Any sort of damage.
I'm actually just so mad.
Kyle, the feeling of hitting 25 on techies, though, is almost unmatched in Dota. The moment that you go, guys, we made it over the hump. I've got a rapier. Oh, boy, does it feel good. Have you ever killed somebody with right clicks on techies?
No, I've never played Techies.
You've never lived,
I have
sir.
honor. I have honor. All right, I try to live my life by certain codes.
Just getting last hits on techies.
Dude.
Well, at least used to be a huge
When you're
feat
there
in
and you've
itself.
got Hurricane Pike and you've got the Daedalus and you're just sieging tier 4s and they can't run at you is a pretty
This is-
godlike feeling.
All right,
It is.
you're effectively. I'm trying to come into the high school, right, and tell kids, to be responsible.
Drugs are bad.
Yeah, exactly. And you're literally saying, "Oh man, you've just never felt the high, man."
Hey, man, half
It's
those
so
kids have
good."
prescriptions to Adderall. They know what's going on.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is behind the back they're playing some extra toxic hero. That's even worse than techies.
Oh man. Well, this Fear Bear is
You
farm.
play-
The problem is, what does it do?
You play Techies. I'm gonna give you a prescription.
Yeah.
For what? It hurts donut. Yeah.
I don't. I was gonna say something that would have very bad side effects. I don't know if it's
I
appropriate.
think we know
So just
your
like the
feelings
pills.
on tech.
But how about a plank to the face? All right,
A plank.
a plank.
Okay.
Dude, so why do so many pills have side effects? Like, you're supposed to get better,
What
but
do you mean?
you know what I'm saying? Like on TV commercials, like,
Because-
this is to cure
because it's
depression.
a-
It may cause suicide. I'm like, what the hell? I think that's the opposite of what you want to do. Dude, oh my, he's still alive. The bear's just dead.
Oh, they almost killed him.
It's because we don't really understand the brain, like specifically the brain, but even different aspects of the body.
The
man.
body is just extremely
Yeah.
complex. You
It's
throw any
super
chemical
complex.
into it, there's going to be
Dude, think
side
about how
reactions.
many problems your computer has, right? And then
Yeah.
imagine like your body, and somehow it keeps you can't restart your body.
Yeah.
It's got to keep running at all times.
That's true, unless you get cryogenically frozen. But
Yeah.
that's a difference.
Yeah, like
The-
demolition.
like
Man,
Walt Disney.
for sure.
So you ever heard like the analogy? I think it's like I can't remember the name of the ship. It's like Perseus' ship or something. It's like so you take this guy's ship, right, and slowly over time, you replace every part of it with new materials.
Yeah.
Right? Is it still the same ship?
No,
It isn't.
no.
It is if you do it one piece at a time.
It is.
No,
one
it
piece
isn't,
at a
because
time.
once that last piece is done, nothing of the original is there but yourself.
Well, it's like a sports team, right? Slowly you swap out new players. The Eagles lineup now is completely different from the Eagles
but that's
lineup
because your
20 years
stadium's
ago.
still going to be there. That's different. like that's still something of the original. The boat is the boat itself. Like I don't want to get philosophical with you guys because I did take it in community college,
Here we
so I know
go.
what the hell I'm talking about.
Hell yeah, Dr. Grant, get it out there now.
Jay, the cool thing about your body is, right, that every, I'd say like 6-7 years or so, all the cells are different. And then you have the other idea, like let's say
But
you
my
were
skin.
able to be transmit, you know, if teleportation was a thing, and it was
Yeah.
really just your
The holodeck.
atoms being reassembled, would you be the same person?
Ooh.
I mean, if you remember, if you have your mind.
But would that completely opposed to what you just said?
Kyle, I feel
All
like
the
you're
atoms
trying
are
to
different.
argue with logic by using
That's like
non-logic.
when we're in the future and our brains are like put into like AI or robots. It's like, am I the same person at that point?
Well, that AI movie was like that, one with Robin Williams, where he gets all the
Yeah.
replacements, and he's like, "Why am I not alive?"
Robin
Yeah.
Williams
Oh,
made a
rest in
robot
peace.
movie?
Uh huh.
Yeah,
It
he
was
did.
called AI, literally. It was-
Oh, is this a bad fight? It sure
Oh,
looks like
bump
for Alliance.
Back, Will-O-Wisp locks them in their spot, and that
See
means
ya, Boxy.
Terrorblade can go crazy right now as he just
He's gonna
obliterates
kill the bear
Boxy.
again, and the bear.
This
yeah.
bear has no
Sweet
AC, and I'm
Jiminy
very
Crickets.
upset. Why are you Basher MKB into Maelstrom? Like, is this real life?
Guys, I think Alliance actually lost.
I
No,
think they did.
they lost about
think
10
they-
minutes ago.
100% lost.
I think when TB got a Scotty and they won a fight, it became real hard. Oh, are they gonna fight? They're gonna get him.
Is it true
What's
you
up,
can't
Ghostic?
roll TP anymore on Earth Spirit? I think
I
that was
have
the
no
thing at
clue.
first. I
I've-
heard that now you can't roll TP anymore.
I literally just had.
You know,
something
just
about
like
it.
how Kyle has never played Techies, I've actually never played Earth Spirit.
Oh, yeah?
I've never had an interest or desire to play that toxic fuck.
You've never ran them.
Are you? No, you mean?
You've
Are
never,
you
like,
kidding me?
ran them?
I've never gotten
Are you
it in
kidding
random.
me?
No, I'm
That-
not kidding you. I've never played Earth Spirit.
No,
but you
but
call
you're
it
calling it
toxic.
toxic. You're a techies player saying
I'm not a
that
Techies
Earth
player. I
Spirit is
just played
toxic.
Techies before.
Is that code name for so high skill that I just don't even try because I'm garbage? 'Cause
well,
that's what it sounds
sort of.
like.
I mean,
Dude, look at- look at how
I
scared
can't
he is.
handle the power. I'll be
Oh
real.
my
Dude, how is
God.
he's that scared? There's
I mean, I'd say the
He's
same
gonna
about
die.
Meepo then. I mean, that's a power I can't certainly handle. I'm not touching him.
Well, but in the grand scheme of Earth Spirit being in the game, he was pretty awful at the beginning in terms of pubs. Like, he was a pretty
Well,
toxic
He
pub
was
hero
was
for
high
a long
skill,
time.
game,
but the people who played him realized he was OP. When he first came out, it was like, yeah,
Yeah,
it was high
yeah.
skill, but then like Jarex is like, oh, this guy's OP as
Yeah.
fuck.
It's
Murdered
been a
with
while, but
Yeah.
there was a good window where Earth Spirit had his fucking heyday, man.
Are they really? I'm surprised they didn't save the double damage to like 4150. Then you would have the arcane rune with your meta and double damage. I mean, that's a little high skill, but
I mean,
then you could have had both double damage.
it's too
and
much
arcane.
value, Grant.
It is. I mean, they just get a tier 2. There's like, you can't actually kill this TV anymore unless the Zeus is
Yeah.
just untouched.
now Razor's suddenly a hero. He was
my
what?
goodness.
Like Sand King was 8th in net
Oh,
worth.
the 1.2k crit from Techies on a siege unit.
Is this game going an hour?
I
Yep.
hope it isn't.
It might be. I
I'm
mean,
gonna lose my mind.
Oh,
this
boy.
is on Alliance now because they should GG out.
Yeah,
There's no
I
chance
agree.
for them to win.
100%
I'm not even
agree.
kidding. They actually, I legit do not think can get past this TB anymore.
I mean, split plays with the bear, I guess, are always an option, but
I
still
just-
requires,
The
Yep.
itemization of the bear is just
dire to
it's
kind of.
so
He doesn't have an Ags either. If he had an Ags, it
No,
might
he
be
does.
Better. Oh, he does. Okay.
He's got an X, yeah.
Okay.
And he has an
It's still-
MKB, too.
You need a assault cure.
why don't you have a BKB in this game as well if you're trying to play this way? Because really they
working on
can't
it.
kill your bear without Terrorblade there immediately, right?
Yeah.
So if you just have a BKB Ags, you could be playing the split push late game style, but I just don't ever understand why you would buy a Maelstrom as like your 5th item. That's what allows you to continue accelerating, right?
Yep.
It's like a
Yeah.
cheaper item, but you go Basher MKB and you don't buy an AC.
If he had just bought Maelstrom instead of Basher, would you
Yeah.
be more okay with this build?
Maelstrom AC BKB.
Okay.
Like that's fine.
What?
It makes sense.
Well, he's
All
still
right,
alive.
rolling in. Potential setup here to snipe down.
Uh-oh.
Ghost Stick, but he just stuns it right back. And meanwhile, Terrorblade is chunking away, gets the
Oh
Zeus
my
down. The Will-O-Wisp
Willow!
drops the fatty right on top of their heads. And this one's looking all but certain for Pango.
Yep, and now they get a free Roshan as well if they want it. They don't even have to take it, honestly, but they should.
I mean, we should have expected this. You know, CIS Dota
I
comes
did.
up against Europe Dota.
I did, Kyle. I argued with you multiple times and you yelled at me that I'm a
see it
dumbass.
coming.
Well, I didn't realize that Alliance was gonna phone it in, and
Well,
never mind. I
that
don't want
goes
to blame
to
them
show
too
you-
much, but like, you viewers at home, like you've watched this game, they had a critical advantage.
Listen.
All they had to do was chill,
All you got to
have a
know
plan.
is that for I can't believe it's not Summit. Nothing is sacred and
Oh.
nothing is certain.
Oh, wait, Boxy snatched it, but he's dead twice. Still
Yeah.
good.
He's still, it's a little something.
I don't know.
It was still Roach 3, though. They have the refresher.
Yeah, this game just GG out, just end it.
BKB techies.
You know whose fault this is? Loda.
Why would you do that?
Loda.
You know he's listening right now. He's gonna
Probably
say,
is.
Kyle, you son of a bitch.
This is true. I mean,
I think
I
it's-
can't watch this.
It's whoever didn't like. I think I actually think the timing was when Taiga got when he got the pipe.
Yeah.
Your lone druid had his. I think he just 5-man there. I really think it was like a miscommunication for
You
sure.
at least they didn't even have BKBs up on Pango.
Yeah.
Like they had one on Terrorblade at a
that's it.
point, but it's like
Oh my.
Now the sieging away. Buyback forced out from Boxy. This could be the final hurrah for Alliance. Decent
at the
damage,
Techie's
split amongst,
damage.
but they commit in hard. Trying to fight through the Nimbus. Shrugging it off with the BKB, and they begin to wipe the floor with them. Another buyback forced out now. Alliance dipping into the piggy bank for all their defensives, just to hold
keep
off
fighting.
Pango for now.
You know what? I think Bulba talked about when we were casting some NA qualifiers. He feels also this patch, he thinks the hardest carry almost always wins. And this game kind of, I mean, should they have won? Maybe not, but I don't know.
It's felt
It
that
feels
way
like
in a
that.
lot of my pubs. Like whichever team just has better late game just feels more powerful.
Like, because you miss, like, say they got that pipe, they had the radiance. You missed that one push, all of a sudden, like, timing's actually, like, with PA.
Tá meio que vivo agora, só preciso...
who are we?
what the hell?
Oh, wait, can you go to the eyeball there? Yeah, hit that and make that. No.
4
Yeah,
available.
go to
Four
Fort Vale.
available.
And
Yeah.
click out of spectator chat. The little box.
Oh, yeah,
At the bottom.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, David. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
I don't know why we heard the Russian
What?
commentator.
I don't
though.
know how that.
That was weird. We
That
hacked the
was-
system apparently.
I think it's a lot about itemization if you don't have. Like, I don't see the TB as, like, this mega hard carry in this specific matchup, but if you don't itemize properly and you don't hit your timings, like yes, that is going to be true.
Oh.
But I don't feel like-
Yikes!
That is going to end it.
yeah, please do so.
Oh my goodness, this is looking rough for Alliance in just the first game of this series. NoPango hold off the early game and
There's
are
the
able to
GG.
kind of force it forward.
Wowzers.
The Gege comes out, and Alliance are going to pull out the white flag for game number 1.
I will agree with Kyle, especially if you win 3 lanes, you shouldn't lose the game ever. Like, that's one of the big things. You win 3 lanes, you win the game.
They had
And did
4
not.
towers before the enemy side had 1
Yeah.
or 3. They won all 3 lanes.
They had